Now, who doesn't love a good schnitzel? Whether it's beef, pork, chicken, in this case, we're making a swordfish schnitzel, which is gonna accompany a beautiful and crisp romaine leaf salad with an anchovy dressing. Super simple and super quick. So we've got our beautiful swordfish fillets here, nice and fresh. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off the skin just to take out a little bit of that rubberiness that some people like. Some people eat it perfectly fine if you leave it on, but I'm gonna take it off. Swordfish is the perfect fish to use as a schnitzel, mainly because of the meatiness. Now I've got some baking paper here. We're gonna put one down first, followed by the other one. Now from here, we're simply gonna whack it. Making sure it's nice and even. That's about it. You don't want it too thin because it is fish and it is delicate and it can fall apart. Now I like to put a pan on it just to level out those little mountains that are formed with the mallet there, just to make sure that it's nice and even. Take it apart. And there you have it. Perfect little swordfish schnitzel ready to be coated in our flour mixture, which is a very, very simple mixture. I like to season my flour. In this case, what we're gonna add my absolute favorite smoked paprika. This one's from Spain. It's got a really beautiful sweetness to it, a little bit of smoke, and add a little bit of sea salt and some fresh black pepper. Give that a bit of a mix. If you wanted to, you put some fresh herbs in there as well. Sometimes I'll add some fresh parsley. That is ready to go. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up our little breading station here. So we've got our swordfish cutlets that we've pounded. We've got our seasoned flour, some panko. Now we've got some eggs here that we're gonna beat so that we can coat our fish. So we're gonna go ahead and do that first. Put that straight in. So let's give the eggs a bit of a whisk. Now we're gonna delicately get our pieces here of swordfish coated in some flour, both sides. Now directly into our egg wash. Move it around until finally putting it in our panko breadcrumbs. And there we go. All right, let's get started on our anchovy dressing. Now this is kind of a take on a Caesar dressing, but much simpler and much easier to do. We're gonna start by adding QP mayo, one of the best inventions ever. We're gonna add about, I'd say about half a cup to 3/4 of a cup. Followed by the juice of 1 lemon. Squeeze that right in. And another one. Next, we are going to add, of course, the most important thing, the anchovies. Now, I like to add the oil. Now, that's gonna give it a lot of flavor. And the fillets, we're gonna take out, and we're gonna finely chop them and put them back in. I like adding anchovies to a lot of my sauces and dressings. It really gives it a beautiful depth, that umami richness that we all love. We're gonna put that straight in. From here, we're gonna add soy sauce. That gives it another level of depth. I add about a tablespoon of that, along with a tablespoon of Worcestershire. And a touch of salt, because you gotta remember, anchovies are salty. The mayo's got some salt, so you wanna monitor that. You don't wanna do too much salt in the beginning, and you could always adjust. And finally, some cracked pepper. And for a little bit more depth, Parmesan. Now we don't need to add too much. This is not a Caesar salad, but still, it will give it a nice velvetiness to it. I'd say about 1/4 cup. Now we're gonna give that a little bit of a mix. If you find that it's a little too liquidy, you can always add a little bit more QP, which I may add just a touch. Add a little bit there, about another 2 tablespoons of that. Also gonna add a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon. Give that a mix again. So there we go. That's the consistency that I'm looking for. Not too thick, not too thin, just enough to coat those leaves. Give it a bit of a taste. Perfect. Next up, we're gonna use our romaine leaves. Now, it could be regular romaine lettuce or what's called baby cause, which is exactly the same thing. You can choose to cut them up a little bit more. I've already washed these. So what I'm gonna do is simply just rip these. I like big pieces, especially with this schnitzel. You want some really beautiful, crisp textures that accompany this nicely crisp, crunchy, coated swordfish that we're gonna do. That should be enough. Fennel bulb, one of my absolute favorite vegetables. You can saute it, you can grill it, you can eat it raw, which is what we're gonna do here. Give the top a cut, save these fronds. You can definitely use this as a garnish. Now what we're gonna do is use our mandolin. Get these nice and thin. Make sure our thickness is good. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want right there. I'd say about 1 cup should be good for this amount. Loosen these up a little bit. We're gonna put it straight into our bowl. Now next to that, I love using fresh herbs. Just really brings out this beautiful bouquet on such a simple salad. But I have a medley here of fresh parsley, some dill, some mint. Gonna really bring everything together. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge and let that stay nice and cool while we fry up our schnitzel. So we've got a nice hot oil ready to go so we can drop our schnitzel in. Now we wanna get it about 170 degrees. It is quite thin, so it'll cook nice and fast. We just wanna get it to that really beautiful golden color. Slowly and delicately place it in. A little bit of a shake. Making sure it's fully submerged. And let that go for a little bit. So this is looking nice and golden now, so we're ready to take this out really delicately. While it's still nice and hot, I want to put a little bit of salt in there, straight on the top. Another thing I like to do as soon as it comes out, a little bit of lemon zest on top. So our swordfish is nice and done. We're gonna let it drain for a little bit. Now we're gonna get ready to put it on a plate, put our salad right on top. Okay, so we've allowed our swordfish schnitzel to rest. Now we're gonna go ahead and plate it. We're gonna take that anchovy dressing that we made earlier. We're gonna dress our salad. I like to add a little bit more lemon juice and a drizzle of good olive oil. Give that a bit of a mix. We're gonna put it right on top. Just like that. And we'll finish with some of those fennel fronds that we saved from earlier, just directly on top, just like that. And to finish, another little piece of sliced lemon. And there you have it. Swordfish schnitzel with romaine leaf lettuce salad covered in beautiful anchovy dressing. Simple and perfect with a great glass of beer or wine. One of my absolute favorite meals. I hope you enjoy it.